Kings.
Valentina Schevchenko takes on Manon Fiorot this Saturday as the co-main event of UFC 315. Valentina Schevchenko putting her belt on the line once again, the 125-pound flyweight women's championship, taking on arguably her biggest test to date in Manon Fiorot, and definitely Manon Fiorot's toughest test as well. Manon Fiorot been on an absolute tear since she got into MMA. Lost her pro debut back in 2018 against Leah McCourt over in Cage Warriors, but since then hasn't lost a fight. Debuted in the UFC in January of 2021, currently on a 7-fight winning streak. Got some finishes in there towards the beginning of her career, but as of late, been kind of a decision machine. 5 decisions heading into this one, most recently beating Erin Blanchfield and Rose Namajunas. So very good names to have on your record. You know, Erin Blanchfield, probably one of the best submission grapplers in the game, and Rose Namajunas, probably one of the best technical strikers in the game. So she's proven that she can hang, you know, with the best of the best in all facets of MMA. Rose Namajunas, you know, a decent grappler though, primarily a striker, and then Erin Blanchfield, not the best striker, primarily a grappler. So we're gonna see how Fiorot can kind of handle somebody like Valentina Schevchenko, who's elite in everything, probably one of the most well-rounded female fighters we have outside of Amanda Nunes. So curious to see how this one matches up. It's a very high-level matchup. Valentina Schevchenko, we all know her, coming off of a trilogy with Alexa Grasso. Lost the first one by rear naked choke, had a spinning sidekick that gave her back to Alexa Grasso. She eventually got the choke to finish her. Split decision draw in the second one. You know, we can argue over who won that fight. And then beating her pretty soundly in this last fight in September, where she just kind of dominated it in the grappling, got 8 takedowns, I think, in that fight. So Valentina Schevchenko, you know, getting up there in age, 37 years old, been doing it for a long time. I feel like she's kind of started to slow down a little bit in her most recent performances. Just seeing how dynamic she was with her kicks, you know, spinning side kicks, crane kicks, wheel kicks, everything that she used to throw kind of on the come up. Not really seeing that as of late, and it might just be the matchups with Alexa Grasso where she's obviously afraid to get taken down and submitted again, or really she just doesn't want to give a dominant position or an opportunity to Alexa Grasso to get her to the ground. So sticking to kind of the meat and the potatoes, striking wise, leg kicks, things like that, but not getting really crazy with it. Did have a fight with Taila Santos that I think she lost. Honestly, I think she lost that fight. Back in the day, Taila Santos just really big, very good striker. I think that she won those fights. But I've got a hot take about Valentina Schevchenko. I just feel like she hasn't fought the best competition. And I'm looking through her career. You know, she did fight Amanda Nunes a couple times. You want to go Jacek, but then it's like Jessica Ai, Jennifer Maia, Jessica Andrade, Lauren Murphy. Seems like whenever she's fighting somebody, you know, pretty talented like Amanda Nunes, she's losing. Taila Santos, arguably she lost. Alexa Grasso losing, going to split decisions. Other than this last fight where she out grappled her and she looked good. But I look at Manon Fiorot's career, and like I said, Erin Blanchfield, Rose Namajunas, Caitlin Sermonera, who's very underestimated. I think she's really good. Jennifer Maia, but Mayra Bueno Silva, Tabitha Ricci, who's on the come up, she finished her back in 2021. So I think she's just fought, you know, the better competition as of late, and she's looked pretty dominant as well. You don't really see her in trouble very often. She's got impeccable takedown defense. Nobody's really taking her down and threatening with the submissions. So just looking at resumes, I feel like Manon Fiorot is kind of, you know, I think she's fought really good competition that I keep saying, but she's also got tons of experience in the UFC. You know, Erin Blanchfield 5 rounds, Rose Namajunas 5 rounds. She's got a lot of decisions, so you know she's got a gas tank and she can push that pace for 5 championship rounds if needed. But Valentina Schevchenko, like I said, very well-rounded, great jab, light on the feet. Her heels are always off the ground, kind of just bouncing on the balls of her feet, ready to explode, ready to defend. Great spinning kicks, like I said, just all around very, very well-rounded, very experienced. Been fighting at the top of the mountain for forever now. And you know, you look, she's been in the UFC since 2015, fighting the best of the best. Holly Holmes, Juliana Peñas, Amanda Nunes. So very experienced, and I just don't think she gets this one done. I think Manon Fiorot is going to be too big. She's going to have too good a takedown defense. And I think she's going to be able to win the striking engagements. I really do. She's got a 93% takedown defense. You've seen Valentina Schevchenko struggle in the stand-up department as of late, like I just mentioned, against Taila Santos, Alexa Grasso, and she really looks to kind of utilize her takedowns to open up her striking, or really just to get it to the ground and can control from there. But I just don't think she's going to be able to do that against Manon Fiorot. You know, Erin Blanchfield couldn't get her down. Rose Namajunas couldn't really get the better of her on the feet. And I just think she's going to be a little bit better than Valentina Schevchenko, who at 37 years old, you know, when does she start to slow down? When do we kind of see her take kind of a precipitous drop? And as I alluded to earlier, I just feel like she hasn't been that explosive, dynamic fighter that we've seen from her early in her career. Manon Fiorot, I was watching her fight with Erin Blanchfield, and I was like, you know, that they weigh the same. They're in the same weight class, but Manon Fiorot is just built different. You can tell that she's an actual athlete. There's not a lot of fat on her. She's pretty filled out. She's got a big frame. She's strong. She just throws. She kind of throws her opponents around. If they shoot on her, she's able to just kind of throw them off of her. And I feel like she's just going to be stronger and bigger than Valentina Schevchenko. I think she's going to be just as technical on the feet, just as precise, good leg kicks, good movement. She's going to have a small reach advantage on her. She's going to have a youth advantage on her. She's got tons of momentum right now. Hasn't fought in over a year, which I don't like. Valentina Schevchenko fought back in September. But still, I mean, taking a year off, recovering, knowing that you're going to get your title shot, and knowing who you're going to be fighting, you get a year out of the game. You're just, you know, basically a year-long training camp for Valentina Schevchenko. I just think she gets it done. I don't think she's going to get taken down. I think she's going to put on a masterclass on the feet, defending takedowns, kind of beating up Valentina Schevchenko. And I've never seen Manon Fiorot really get hurt. I am concerned watching back some of her fights where she kind of just keeps her chin up in the air and just grits down, which I don't like to see, because I think Valentina Schevchenko can capitalize on that. But at the same time, Valentina Schevchenko fighting the elite of the elite for years and years. She's taken damage herself. A lot of wear and tear in camp. She was dropped by Alexa Grasso and was getting hurt in that second fight. In the 5th round, she got taken down and was kind of getting beat on to the point where a judge somehow gave Alexa Grasso a 10-8 round. Probably should investigate that judge, because that was just ridiculous. I think that was the second fight too. But I think her only way to win this fight is to get takedowns on Manon Fiorot, because I don't think she's going to be able to outpoint her on the feet, and I just don't think she's going to be able to do that. I think Manon Fiorot, she's going to manage the distance very well, not allow Valentina Schevchenko to really get in close. She's not going to be over swinging out of balance to where Schevchenko can shoot in on her. She's just going to be too big and too strong. So I got to go with Manon Fiorot on this one. I don't think she finishes Valentina Schevchenko. The only real way that she could, I think, is to finish her on the feet. And we haven't really seen that finishing potential out of her. It seems like Fiorot, kind of the better competition that she takes on, the less her she's able to finish people, just because obviously they're getting better. But if she's not finishing Erin Blanchfield on the feet, I don't think she's going to finish Valentina Schevchenko. But I do think she'll do enough to win enough rounds to get the belt by decision.
You can call me Mystic Mac, because I predict these things.